breathe. Let me know that I'm alive. I've been up all night. I should be asleep, but there was so much on my mind. See, I wanna fly away, just be somewhere in the sky. But here I am in these four walls, and I just begin to cry.
My name is Jamisha Striblet Holmes. I go by Busy. I'm 23. I'll be 24 in a couple of months. I am a Renaissance woman. I do a lot of things. Primarily, I'm an author, a writer of sorts, blogger. I like to consider myself a voice for the voiceless, like a lighthouse for real life experiences. Mental health advocate. I am a mentor. I work with young adults. So yeah, I do a lot. My childhood was different. It wasn't bad. I had a lot growing up, and I have a lot now. Um, I experienced a lot of things that most kids my age haven't experienced, even in their adult years. Been out the country, family trips, seen celebrities, met people. I've been put in very good positions in my life, started from a young age. I grew up on the west side of Chicago, so I mean, that says a lot right there. So yeah, I spent most of my toddler years or whatever out west, and then my older years I spent some time in the suburbs, the west suburbs, and then we moved back to the city. And yeah, I mean, I had like a regular childhood. I wouldn't say regular, but I did childlike things when I was a child. I had my friends knocking on my door for me to come outside to play rope, or going next door to my friend's house, going to the corner store, things like that. Yeah, but I do remember being lonely a lot. I had friends, like I was a popular kid, but I was always lonely. Like I'm the only child, so I was always like by myself, even when I was around people, because I kept to myself. I used to be so quiet, you didn't even know I was in the room. Like, that was my safe space. Being with myself was my safe space. So I took advantage of that a lot of the time, no matter where I was at or who I was around. Yeah. I don't remember being happy a lot. I was sad a lot of the time. And at that moment, I didn't understand that I was clinically depressed. But the older I got and the more I kind of like dug into like my childhood and things like that, I understood that I was depressed from a very young age, and anxious all the time. So yeah, not saying I didn't have happy moments, but I don't remember really being like happy. Like, the older I got, I guess life started to happen without giving me any warning, and I didn't really know how to navigate through that or understand it. So I just went into my shell. I didn't do much talking to people about things. So instead, I wrote. I did a lot of creative things when I was younger. I recognized a lot of my talents when I was younger: singing, dancing, art. Yeah, no way in hell did I think I would be doing the things that I'm doing now, being as vocal as I am, because I was not a vocal kid. So yeah. my friendships, I don't do well with maintaining friendships. I make friends so fast, and that's just because I'm like a welcoming person. Like, it's no way you could be around me and not want to kick it with me afterwards. Like, I'm a cool ass girl, so it's easy for me to make friends, but then I don't always have the best of luck keeping them. And I'm breaking that down now. I'm trying to understand why the older that I get, and the same thing with like relationships, but I don't have the best of experiences in that area anyway. So I don't know. I believe I'm a good friend. I believe I'm a really good friend because I understand what it means to have a good friend. So I want to be a good friend. So I wouldn't say that I'm primarily the issue, but I do think that my lack of trust in people plays a big role in the longevity of my relationships with people. It was an incident that happened when I was younger, like a younger teenager, and if I was to tell people like the what happened, they'll probably look at me like, oh my God, that's so childish for you to like still hold on to that. But I lost like all my childhood friends at one moment simultaneously. Like, they didn't like die or anything, but they all said fuck me in the same minute. And that shit was traumatizing. Like, I had known these people since I was like 5 years old. So for them to all of a sudden just like shift gears, that messed me up. So ever since then, I've been like, is you really a bitch I can fuck with or not? Like, so I'm working through that too. Cause it's not like I don't want friends and I don't want people around. I'm just so used to being my own person. I'm my person. Like, I'm my friend. I'm my sister. I'm my brother. I'm everything for me. And yeah. So friendships, they cool. I have been lucky enough to have some good friends, some great friends. Very few, but yeah, very appreciative of the people that have been willing enough to stick it out. Because I'm a very complex person. I'm not gonna say I'm difficult, but I'm complex. Relationships, yeah, man, that's been shitty since I was 14. I'm a great girlfriend. Like, it's never me. It's always the shitty guy. It's never me. That I will take no parts in any of that. But no, I'm not the luckiest girl when it comes to relationships. Literally, every relationship that I've been in has been a disaster. Like, traumatizing, toxic as fuck. But I'm a relationship type of girl. Like, I'm not the girl that's gonna be like, oh, all this shit happened to me, so now I'm just like, fuck love. Like, no, I love love. I love romance. I do know that I'm gonna fall in love. I believe you have multiple soulmates. Like, I'm very hopeful in that area, but I'm very honest and realistic with myself. So I understand that it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be difficult for me to get back to that space where I'm like open to anything. But yeah, I'm getting there. It's a work in progress. Niggas ain't shit though. Younger, I was not good to myself. I didn't like myself at all. And I think that's mostly because I took in a lot of things that people said about me, and I took it personally. Like, I remember like being up crying all the time about little shit that people would say about me, whether it was in a joking manner or what. And I used to really like pick it apart like, damn, am I really this type of person? Or, it really used to get to me. So when I was younger, I really didn't like myself a lot. I was angry a lot when I was younger too, so I didn't like being angry, and I didn't like the fact that I was angry at people. Like, so I didn't have the best relationship with myself when I was younger. But the older I got, I realized that I needed myself more, because I started losing people, like, in large numbers, and it was too much. So I'm like, okay, well, at least I can have my own back. Like, at least I can be my own friend in this moment. So I started really nurturing my relationship with myself a lot more. So right now, today, I'm my best friend. Like, I love me. I really do. Like, I take care of myself. I'm honest with myself. I'm proud of myself. I'm compassionate towards myself. I learned that most importantly, I need to show a lot more compassion to myself, because despite the mistakes and things that I've made, it's not fair for me to sit and judge myself, or just hammer down on myself consistently every time I fuck up or make a mistake. Like, it's not fair to myself. I won't get any type of peace or understanding from doing that. So I show myself a lot more compassion the older I get. My biggest insecurity. A lot of people don't understand. I have like so many insecurities. I would say my mental health, and the only reason I would say that is because I've seen how it affects not only myself but the people around me, and sometimes it gets in the way of me experiencing good things, or accepting or receiving, good energy and good people and good experiences and things like that. So I'm not ashamed of being vocal about my mental health, because if you know me well enough, you know that I'm not afraid to tell you about what it is that I struggle with if I know it's gonna help you. Now, behind closed doors, I do fear that the more I feel like, honestly, the more fucked up I am, the less people are gonna want to fuck with me. And I've had people tell me, like, they can't handle my imbalance, my emotional imbalance sometimes. And it's like, I've been put in situations where I'm like, damn, okay, I can either suppress the shit that I'm feeling so that I can salvage this relationship with this person, or say, fuck this person, be alone, and handle my shit. So it's like the most fucked up ultimatum ever. And I do feel like that at some point I'm gonna get so comfortable being by myself that I ain't gonna give a fuck about having people around. If I was sitting across from my insecurity, though, honestly, I'd just be like, fuck you, because I've given it so much power for so many years that my insecurity has become cocky. It's become really cocky, and it feels like it can invade anything I got going on. And I'm here to tell that motherfucker no. No, your time's up, sweetie. Because I do value connection. That plays a huge part in what it is that I do as an entrepreneur, is connect. So I can't preach it and not live it, So I'm working on that. I really am. But yeah. My advice to anybody that may be experiencing any of the same discomforts that I'm experiencing, or any of the same insecurities, practice compassion. gain understanding about what it is that you're experiencing, why you feel the way you feel. You know, break it down. Be honest with yourself. If you know that it could possibly be a you problem, fix it. Face it head on. Because I'm not saying I'm perfect. Like, I understand that I may have contributed to some of the failed situations in my life, but just take care of yourself. Try to separate yourself from opinions of other people. Fuck these people. Respectfully, like, you your first priority. So if you feel like somebody can't handle you at your lowest, separate yourself from them. Go take care of yourself. Come back bigger and better. Yeah, don't never feel sorry for yourself.
Please protect me from the bad things. It's monsters under my bed, and they keep messing with